Hello friends, welcome to my channel Data Making. In this video, I am going to focus on how to install Apache Kafka on Ubuntu 18.04 operating system. Apache Kafka is a distributed publish subscribe messaging system which is generally used for building a real-time streaming applications or real-time data pipelines. Okay, so in our future, probably the after all this setup setting up all these big data components, we are going to build this real-time data pipeline using all these components. I'm going to use Apache Kafka as one of the important component in building a big data solutions. Okay, so we are going to install this. Okay, the prerequisite for Apache Kafka is Java 1.8 because I'm using the latest version of Kafka, which is 2.6.0. So we already installed Java 1.8 in our VM. So if you are not done, please watch my previous videos to set up this VM with Ubuntu 18.0 for operating system and installation of Java 1.8. Okay, so once you have this prerequisite is available on your system, so we can just start installing Apache Kafka. Okay, I'll just minimize this. Okay, so this is my home page of my YouTube channel Data Making. Please subscribe to my channel if you are not done, and click on bell button to get notification whenever I add new videos. Thank you. And now this is the I'll just show you the installation steps. Okay, you can go to this download page of Apache Kafka, and I'm going to take this latest version. And if you see the binary downloads, it is available in both Scala, the binary built on the Scala 2.12 version. Excuse me, or if you are using Scala version 2.13, you can use this binary file. So I already installed Scala using Scala 2.12. So I am going to take this binary file. You can just right click and take the copy of link. So that's what here I'll just paste it here. Okay, so actually I have to click on this and then take this address. Okay, so I'm going to take that and put duplicate to download this binary file. So I'm going to logged in as logged in my to VM, or maybe I connected to VM using a putty utility from my Windows. So if you don't know how to set up this VM and connect via putty, please refer my previous videos. I have given a detailed explanation how to do that. Okay, so I'll just download this binary file. Okay, I was downloading it in my home directory. So generally I do it on downloads folder. Okay, no problem. So then I'm going to copy this to softwares folder, which is there in my home directory. So this directory, generally I keep all my softwares in the software folders. Just a minute. Sorry for the interruption. So we downloaded the Kafka binary, and we moved to the software directory. We generally use this directory to install our softwares. So let me log on to this means navigate to this folder. Okay, so and then I'll just extract this binary file. Okay, now I need to set this Kafka home with the installation of the extracted binary directory of Scala. Sorry, Kafka. I'll take this and I'll open. Sorry, I'll use the nano editor to open the bashrc file. Sorry. There was typo. Okay, so I'll just go to the bottom of the file. I'll just paste it. So basically, what until which location you are giving, home, data making is the username and followed by software directory, and this is the Kafka, the distribution directory. Okay, the extracted directory. So I'll just save this and I'll just refresh this bashrc so that the environment variable will be available. Now what we need to do is if we go to the bin directory of Kafka, So if you go to basically the config directory, there are two files. One is the server.properties, another is zookeeper.properties. So basically zookeeper is a service or component which is used for coordinating acting as a coordinated service between different components. Okay, so mainly this will be used in various open source components integration. Like if you see the HBase component in which is one of the Hadoop ecosystem components. So between region servers and HMaster, there is a need coordination. So those scenarios Zookeeper is used. Here when we have if you see the architecture of Apache Kafka, you will have broker which will be acting as a publish subscribe server. Uh, so it manages your messages, right? So basically what you send to a Kafka broker is the messages that will be stored in a name called topic. So topic is a placeholder or kind of in-memory buffer to hold the messages. Uh, so to just and also to maintain the message IDs, which is called the offset, the zookeeper is used. Okay, and between producer and consumer, people who is publishing a message, people who consume the message. So all there are a lot of communication happening, and to properly communicate and make the coordination, this zookeeper service used. So zookeeper service information is, or maybe its related configurations are maintained in the zookeeper.properties, and the server.properties basically for Kafka server or broker. Okay, so by default the deletion of Kafka topic is not allowed. I'll just go and modify this file. Okay, I'll just say nano. I'll open a nano editor and conf server.properties. Okay, so if you just come here, okay, I'll just go and I will add it in the end, not this. So delete topic, enable this one. I'll just make it as okay. So I'll just come out of this. Similarly, okay, I'm going to create a service. Means service for Zookeeper component. So basically, what we are going to do is we are going to create a service file service unit file in this service directory. Okay, system directory. Okay, so this is a template for creating a service. So that when system boot up, the components will be started. You don't need to manually start it. Okay, so this is a structure. You will have unit and service and install. So in the service, you need to provide what type of service and which user it has to use and which script it has to start. Okay, basically for Zookeeper, we need to start a Zookeeper server -start.sh, and you need to provide the configuration of properties of Zookeeper. Okay, and whenever we want to stop it, so basically we need to run this script Zookeeper server stop. Okay, so this is a simple unit file. You just run this file, means the open this file in nano editor, and it's asking password. Okay, now paste this content, this part of this content, you just paste it there. So that's it, you are created the service file for Zookeeper. Similarly, you have to create it for Kafka service. Okay, Kafka is dependent on Zookeeper, so we have to say in the unit file the previous that dependency is Zookeeper service. So I just given after equal to Zookeeper service, and in the unit and the service section, I am going to start this Kafka server start, and I need to provide the server properties. I'm just writing the log into this Kafka log, and if when you want to stop it, the Kafka service, you need to stop this script. You need to run the script Kafka server -start.sh. So this is almost a template we need to follow. Okay, now I'll just open the nano editor for this unit file, service unit file. I'll just paste this content. Okay, this now ready. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll just go and start the services. So you just start the Kafka, which will start Zookeeper as well. Okay, I'll run this to check. I'll just check the status. Okay, so let me. Okay, so I think I have to start the Zookeeper also. Okay, just check the status of this also not running, is it? Yeah, let me start that first. Zookeeper, check the status. It is not starting. It says some error has come. It says Java. It is not able to find out Java. It says Java not found. Okay, so what we'll do? Okay, so Java home is already set. Echo dollar. Okay, this is the JDK location. Which Java? Okay. Okay, all right. But still, it's not able to find out. Okay, so let's go to the config directory, and then just a minute. We have to refer. It is not able to pick this Java. Basically, we need to just find out where to specify the Java location here. Just a minute. Okay, so sorry for interruption. So basically, it is not able to find out the Java. So what we can do is there is then another suggestion that even though it is uh, uh, the Java environment will set, somehow it is not able to find out. What we'll do is we'll just take this path and set this environment variable in the service file. So we need to provide like this environment equal to Java home equal to this Java home location in our unit file. So I'll just do in my script also, so that you don't face this issue when you are setting up. You have to put it here, and this is for Zookeeper, and I'll put it for before starting your the script like server Zookeeper server.sh and start.sh and Kafka server start.sh file. So I'll just open those two files in my case. I'll just where is that? This is for Zookeeper service. I'll just come to here. I'll paste this. I'll come out of this. Similarly, I'll change the Kafka service unit file also. Okay, I'll just before starting our Kafka server, we'll just set this environment variable. Okay, I think it should work now. Let's go and start the command to start the Kafka service. So it says you need to reload this. Yes, we change the unit files. So sudo done. I'm starting the Kafka. Let me check the status. Okay, now it is running properly. This is good. Let's check the Zookeeper service as well. Zookeeper, this is also running fine. So only the it's not able to pick the Java installation directory. Okay, now this is done. Just to verify, the Zookeeper port will be running. The by default port is 2181. Just check whether it is running, and similarly Kafka broker will be running on 9092 by default. This is also running fine. Now and we check the service Zookeeper to check the Zookeeper service running. run this command sudo systemctl status zookeeper for Kafka. If you want to start it, what is the command? Everything I am giving here. Okay, now I just want to show you how to create a topic. Okay, uh, okay, I'll just try to create topics here. So basically, how to create a topic? There is a shell script called kafka-topics.sh, and you need to provide these parameters: hyphen create hyphen topic, and provide the topic name, and then uh, your bootstrap server, which is a localhost 9092. Just run this command. So it says created topic order events. If you want to describe that topic which we created, you can use this command. It just says describe what is the topic name you want to describe from this which bootstrap server. So it is single node cluster. Kafka also can be configured to run it on cluster mode. So because we are running on only one VM machine, so we just have one machine. So by default partition will be 1 and replication factor is 1. Okay, so then if you want to list the list of topics available in your Kafka broker, you can use a list command. So Kafka-topics.sh, the parameter is hyphen list followed by the bootstrap server. So we have only one topic which I created, ordered events. That's what is showing. Now we'll run a command line producer where to publish data to order events. So okay, so what I will do is I will just create one more topic because I want to use this for different purpose. Okay, I'll just say test topic. Let's create test hyphen topic hyphen 1. Okay, okay, I'll just list it. It has to show now 2 topics. I'll copy paste this. So there are 2 topics available. I'm going to use this test topic 1 just to send some message, and another terminal will run a command line consumer. This is basically command line producer, this is a consumer, and we'll listen the same test topic 1. Okay, so this is one terminal. I'll just go and do this, open one more terminal. Okay, so I'll just type hi Apache Kafka. So let me run this command line producer. One more window. Now it says it is able to consume the message. Hi Apache Kafka. Hello Chennai. That's my city name. Hello Chennai. So Apache Kafka is properly installed and we were able to publish the message and consume the message. With that, we'll complete this video. We'll see in the next video how to install other big data components. Thank you so much friends. See you in the next video for installing next component. Thank you so much.